Good day, everyone. Today we are going to continue with visual literacy. This is lesson 25, and we are looking at advertisements, part 3. I'm Mrs. Swart, and I'll be taking you through the lesson. Now, what is an advertisement? If you think about it, ask yourself, why do you turn back or look at a specific advertisement again? We know that it's a notice. It's promoting a product or an event. You're not necessarily going to buy anything. You might simply be buying into an idea. It's going to provide you with information, and you're going to notice that these advertisements compete with one another because they want to sell their products, so they need to promote their products. So we know that an advertisement uses persuasive, emotive, or manipulative language. All that really tells you, very simply, is they are going to use words to convince you that you really need their product and that you want their product. So they're going to try and convince you to either buy the product, or you've got to try and buy into the idea. It might be the Worldwide Fund that's actually trying to raise awareness about global warming or the fate of pandas or anything like that. And all adverts have a specific target market. A target market, also known as a target audience, is who the advertisement is aimed at. It's who's going to buy or who's going to support the cause. It generalizes. And it has to generalize because they need to have an idea of who they're trying to approach or who they're trying to get to buy their products. And it, of course, stereotypes as well. So what an advertiser will do is they will try and manipulate you into buying products that you don't necessarily need. And what they do is they use something called the AIDA principle. Now, the AIDA principle stands for the acronym AIDA, and each of these letters means something. It's attention, interest, desire, and action. And we're going to look at exactly how this falls into place. So let's take a look. Attention is about how does it grab your attention. That's the thing of why do you look back at an advert again? Why do some adverts draw your attention and you look at them again, and others you keep on paging and you're not even concerned about why you are paging through them? And we're going to have a better look at this later on. Some of them use attractive layout, catchy headlines, eye-catching images or pictures. Interest, it's now grabbed your attention. Now it has to keep your interest. And how is it going to do this? It's going to use something called visual techniques or language techniques. Visual, those are things like pictures, things like cartoons, graphs, photographs, diagrams, statistics, and unusual layouts. Linguistic or language techniques. Now remember, visual is pictures and things you see, and linguistic means words, language. Could be things like slogans, repetition, emotive language. All these things could be used in linguistic. Our desire. If I say want or need, all I really am telling you is they're going to try and convince you that you really need this product. You can't live without it. You have to have it. So ask yourself when you look at the advert, do I need this or do I want it? Because there's a difference between needing something and wanting it. If I need it, I cannot live without it. I cannot do without it. But if I want it, I might just be able to live without it. But they have to convince you that you need this product more than anything else. Action. This means you will want to buy it, and how they're going to convince you. They use things like buy one, get one free. They might do things like say it's once in a lifetime offer, order immediately, never to be repeated. And then they offer you a discount. We all know companies like Clicks offer you buy two, get the third one free. A lot of companies do that now where you get the cheapest item free. So have a look at things like that, and those are the ways they will convince you to buy products. Advertising techniques that are used are things like figurative language, and we know figurative language is, we use things like puns, alliteration, assonance, things that will sound good on the ear. Also, if you think of figurative language, it can be distorted spelling. Light, margarine, is spelled L-I-T-E, which is totally incorrect. How do we spell light? L-I-G-H-T. But so they play around with words and they change them. They distort the way they spelled. Graphics, again, pictures. Font type, so it can be a bold font, otherwise fat letters. It can be a cursive handwriting. It can be a childlike handwriting. It can be a big letters, small letters, different ways in which they're going to convince you. Color, we usually do not use color or find color used in our advertisements, especially for exams. Remember, we are busy with the printed media, so it's with printed advertisements, not with radio adverts or television adverts. Here we are busy with the printed advertisements. And color, we will only see when we page through a magazine. We do not see color when we write exams because everything is printed in black and white. When we think of a product, it has a slogan and a logo. A logo is something like a school emblem or a school badge, and your slogan would be like your school's motto. But sometimes a product is identified by its logo only. If we think of the slogan here for Nike is just do it, and we know that the logo is the tick. Now, if you think of something like the M of McDonald's, when you see the M, you think, McDonald's. You think of the Colonel in KFC. When you see that little Colonel, the picture of him, you know exactly which product he belongs to. And I think you can think of a lot of other products that are like that. And those products will then convince you that you can identify them without actually reading words. So when we think of products, I want you to just let it run through your mind. Try and think of things that you don't need to see the slogan. So if you look at the slogan here, just do it. Ask yourself, how many other products are there that you wouldn't need to see that, because you could just see your logo and you would know exactly what it is that you are looking for. Now, you're going to practice this because practice makes perfect. You're going to click on the link below to complete the exercise, and then you can see just how well you've been paying attention here. If you can't click on the link, you can use the QR code. So remember, as I always say, practice makes perfect. Have a look, try your best. That's all you can do, is your very best, and see if you can remember any of these techniques, because in the next lesson we'll be applying some of them to an advert, probably only one advert because we don't have that much time to do more than one, but we can cover a lot in one lesson. So good luck with the quiz and keep safe.